Hey Mustang family, it's that time again. It's week 1, Coach Wagner, but it's week 0. So that sounds weird, so explain that.
Yeah, we're not trying to confuse anybody, but in the past there would have been 4 weeks of practice before you played your first football game, but now we've opted to play 0 week, which precedes the common opener against Collinsville, and then we have a bye week 3. We're excited about the schedule, so we play week 0, 1, and 2. We've got that 3rd week to kind of work on us and get prepared for district, and then we're 6 weeks in a row, 7 weeks in a row after that.
Yeah, so I think it's the first time we've played on week 0. And like you said, you kind of get a bye there maybe, so anxious to see how that works out. We've had some good practices. We've had the blue gold scrimmage. We went last Thursday to Pryor, had a great scrimmage, played a half. I think it was 21-7 Mustangs. So talk to me a little bit about maybe some kids that have a bigger role this year.
Well, I think anytime you talk about new kids or kids making an impact, a lot of times it is going to be your sophomores that are coming in from that 9th grade group. And Ashton Wright played a lot for us last year. He's actually a junior, but we've moved him. You might see him in the slot once in a while, but he's getting a lot of touches at running back. He brings this little speed element in the backfield that we like. We still have kids back there, Nate Morrow, Jaden Tanner. We still have those guys slamming the ball away as well, and they're pretty physical runners. But Ashton gives us a little different speed back there. Brad Hoisington's going to be really important for us. He's a receiver. He's our backup quarterback. He starts at corner, and he's going to have a tall order tonight against Fort Gibson too, as we're going to really need him defensively. Kids like Bryce Byers, Warren Pierce, Jaden Tanner, all playing very important minutes defensively. Braxton Davis getting time at what we call our L or R receiver outside. So all those sophomores are really stepping up. We're a football team that's got 10 seniors, and one of them for health reasons is out for the year. So that's 9.
Yeah.
And 9 seniors. So once again, we are still a pretty young football team.
I know you mentioned we're a week earlier, but I thought last Thursday we were flying around. We looked like we were playing fast and kind of after it. I know probably you've seen that in practice as well.
Yeah, I think I love the 0 week. It gives you, if you look down the line, it gives you a chance to heal up and work on yourself before you go in. But I think it gives the kids a sense of urgency. They know that a game is right around the corner. Typically in the past, this week would have been a little bit of, man, we still got 2 weeks before we play. Coaches are just wanting to get out of a scrimmage healthy for the most part and look forward to the opener. So I think just the fact that it's coming so quickly has had everybody's fever up a little bit for the opener.
Sure. So talk to me a little bit about playing the Fort Gibson Tigers. We usually scrimmage them, but we're playing them this year. What kind of challenges do they present tonight?
Well, they're going to be a tempo offense. They go extremely fast. They got 2 receivers, number 1, number 2, and they're dynamic players. They're a big play offense. We've got to keep those guys in front. Their quarterback, number 4, he's a 4-year starter, so he's got a lot of snaps under his belt. I think it is controlling the run game and keep the pass in front of you. That's really what we need to do. We got to rally to the ball. We can't let those guys make the first guy miss and they turn a bubble or a hitch into something that's explosive. So I think that's the deal. They are similar to us in that I don't think they're super deep on the O and D line. That's probably an issue for us, being deep, and I see the same thing with them. They got a lot of kids that will play both ways, and that's become pretty common in 4A anyway.
Yeah, for schools our size. Well, we certainly wish Coach Wagner and the Mustangs good luck tonight, and we're excited. We'll be right back after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
Hello Mustang family, I'm Jane Stanford and I'm here with Sarah Davis. We are going to be doing the first Chalkline Insurance Student of the Week. So Sarah, how long have you been at Oologah?
This will be my 14th year here at Oologah.
What activities do you do?
I'm involved in soccer and volleyball at the high high school, and then I also take concurrent classes.
If you had one high school highlight, what would it be?
Probably going to all the football games. They're a lot of fun to go to.
You mentioned that your grandma was your hero. Can you explain to us a little bit about that?
Yes, she's a very kind woman, and she's someone I aspire to be like when I get older.
So after high school, what are your plans?
I plan to go to college for either pharmacy or physical therapy.
Thank you, Chalkline Insurance Student of the Week. Now back to the game.
All right, Blake, we are back. Just got back. You heard the coach's show. Heard from former Mustang coach, Coach Brown, and the Chalkline Student Spotlight of the Week. That's a new segment that our broadcasting class, Blake, is hitting on. So first year, we got Coach McElhaney leading the way with a couple broadcasting classes. Anxious to see them get up and going. They did that in video themselves. They edited it, so really proud of them. Be really the first full week of class. None of them have ever put video together, added bumper music, anything like that. So proud of them. But back to the game. It is 7-7, Blake. There's 5:52 left here in the halftime. Both teams staying in the locker room. Why would they do that? Oh, because it's about 95 degrees, Blake.
Yeah, it's hot, and you're right now. It's all about how much can you recover. You're not going to get back to 100%, but how close can you get, and how hydrated can you get so that you don't come out here. And another thing is you're getting kind of stiff. You know, you get in the locker room, you sit down, and you kind of get stiff. You come out here, and that's when you're going to cramp. Is right when you're stiff, start to move again. You're a little bit dehydrated, so it's really important that we get some electrolytes in our guys and get stretched out good before we start this third quarter.
Yeah, and statistician, if I can talk, Johnny Daramo handed me some stats. So let's run down. On Fort Gibson, 5 first downs. Great job by the Mustang defense. They rushed the ball 14 times for only 34 yards.
That's really good.
Huge. Barely over 2 yards a carry. 9 for 15 passing for 89 yards. Total offense 123. 3 penalties for 11 yards. On the Mustang side, we had 11 first downs, and that's kind of what we talked about when we went to the half. We feel like we played better, but the score's tied, so that could be dangerous. But we had 26 attempts for 136 yards. Passing, we were 6 for 8 for 69 yards for a total of 205, and we had 3 penalties as well, but ours were 20 big yards. Rushing the ball, Joseph Griswold, 9 attempts, 56 yards. Ashton Wright, 14 attempts, 83 yards in our lone score. And passing, Joseph Griswold, 6 for 8 for 69 yards. Actually, one of those should be credited to sophomore Brad Hoisington.
That is true.
Receiving, spread it around. A.J. Streeter had 2 catches for 17 yards, both of them being first downs. Braxton Moore had 1 catch for 16 yards. Ashton Wright, 1 catch for 14 yards. Jackson Burchett, 1 catch for our longest gain, 17 yards. And Brad Hoisington, 1 catch for 5 yards. So coming out of the half, we're going to get the ball I think if we're going to come out of here with a victory here in a couple hours, I think we need to put points on the board, Blake.
Yeah, we kind of dropped the ball a little bit in our late possession, turned the football over. You never want to do that. We turned the football over and a chance that we had an opportunity to go score. But if we can come out and really set a tone, because right now the momentum's just wanting to shift either way. You know, I feel like as a Mustang, we're winning this football game. But I'm sure if you're a Tiger, you're kind of feeling like you're winning this football game. And so it's really important that we come out, go put 7 on the board, first thing the third quarter, and come out of the locker room and play big-time football.
I agree. It can be dangerous to have the mindset like we've played better, but we're not winning. You don't want to let them hang around that long with that mentality because they're going to feel like they're still in it, a play either way. And this appears to be one of those games going to come down to the wire. I know in the Suburban on the way over, I think we all kind of had it at a one-score game. Our point differential or point totals might have been a little bit different, but we all thought it would be about a touchdown game either way. Like,
yeah, we did, and we're seeing good football played on both sides of the ball. We're seeing some sloppiness on both, from the Tigers and from ourselves. We've both, put the ball on the turf. We've both had penalties. There's things that are happening that are not ideal, but part of high school football is how do you respond to the adversity.
Yeah, you forget you got 14, 18-year-old kids out there running around making plays. 0 week. We got 1 week less of practice. And really, like you said, it's been a pretty clean game. We had the one turnover there with about 50 seconds left. So just to look behind the curtain, Blake. So we got some new equipment this year. TriCaster's working great. We have 2 hot spots, Blake, and neither one of them are going fast enough. So I know I've been getting some texts. We're buffering. We're now using Rick Fisher's cell phone. So we did the cell phone dance. Gave him all our cell phone. His cell phone was pulling the fastest data. We're using his cell phone. So
works great.
Overcome. Never satisfied, right?
Nope.
So it takes a little bit. It's just unfortunate on the road. It is what it is. When we're at home and we're plugged in, it's going to rock. We're on the road. Unfortunately, sometimes you're going to run into some snafus. But show engineer Rick Fisher, he's kind of joined by co-engineer Charles Newton. Charles worked for the school all summer, done a good job helping getting the computers up and rolling. And then long time, 4-year cameraman, 4-year letterman at cameraman, Brett Wigington, always doing a good job there. And I'm joined tonight in the booth by Blake Salt. We sure missed the voice of the Mustangs as the Mustangs run out on the field, and a good crowd here at Fort Gibson. Drove the hour and 15. Good crowd. Good to see everybody out. Good student section.
Looks to me Joe's coming back out. He's still in all pads. Must have got him rehydrated. Good to see him going to be able to come back and play, I assume.
Yeah, and by all accounts, I know I went in the crowd and talked to some people. It wasn't necessarily dehydration. I'm sure being 100 degrees didn't help. It got hit in the throat, kind of in that Adam's apple area. And, man, that's just going to make you convulse every once in a while. It's going to make you throw up if you've never been hit there.
Right, and it's important now because you're not only sweating, but now you've thrown up things. So now you have to you have to put extra amount of fluids in your body because you've
lost more.
You've lost more than you should have. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. So that'll be something to watch. As I mentioned, Brad came in, made a really big play, and then put the ball on the turf. Just kind of them making a bigger play, unfortunately. We're going to get the ball. And this always happens, Blake. Explain this to me. So we have a set amount of time at halftime. And we always run out, and they always put more. Why is that? Why don't we just put more initially?
So it's the way I understand it is we have the certain amount of halftime for your halftime shows, for your band and everything. And you can kind of watch it as coach like, all right, I got 2 more minutes. And then, we start, and they put 3 minutes back on the clock, and those 3 minutes are dedicated to the warm-up of players.
Football. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, it's just football for the last 3 minutes, and they put that time as kind of separate. That way everyone can clear off field. All right, we're ready. We're going to get back into football mode.
And that was my understanding. So like you mentioned, both teams came out and marched. I know we kind of did an abbreviated march. John Matthews, Dave Smith on Thursday. I know they were getting it past 8 o'clock at the stadium practicing for the marching season. They're really excited. If you follow us, you know that the Jazz Ensemble state tournament won a state title last year. Second one in our history. I think first one since 1986, and that's Dave Smith's area of expertise. I know that's multiple state titles for him. First one for him as a Mustang. Happy to have him aboard. They did a great job. I was able to go watch. Man, it was phenomenal. They are so good and got so many of those kiddos back. I know they're expecting some big things. So good to see the marching band get at it. We're running around. We look pretty good, pretty loose. Like you mentioned, sometimes you can get in there. It's cold in there. You get a little tight, but we don't look any worse for wear. And we have been running the ball and kind of dominating the ball on both sides in the middle, in the trenches. Hopefully that means good things. Hopefully that means you're wearing down the Tigers for the second half, Blake.
Something that I really want to see more of is us not only getting back to Mahaney in the pocket, but we kind of need to contain him in the pocket and make plays and make him pay for standing back there. We need to get a sack. We need to get 2 or 3 sacks and really get him flustered, because we had him flustered there at the end of the first quarter. We were running after him, and he was having to run around, and try to make plays, and that's a big thing as a quarterback. I can say that it's always hard to want to stand back there in the pocket and throw the football when you've got 3 or 4 guys breathing down your neck every time.
Yeah, and it's hard. You have to take – it's just natural instinct. You're going to take your eyes off your receivers, and you're going to go into survival mode. Even a veteran like Mahaney that's played 4 years still going to do that, and I think that's where some of that frustration was coming from. We were getting pressure right up the middle. Like you said, it'd be good to see us come back. I think this first drive is pivotal. Our offensive line, a lot of those guys play both ways. Were they able to get hydrated, fresh legs again, and can we make a push, and can we go score? So I'm going to ask you again. Second half, we've seen a half, first official live half. I know we played a half. Both these teams played a half last week.
Yes.
As a scrimmage.
Yes,
this will be the first full game, so I'm obviously cramping. We're going to be looking for that, but you sticking with who you got? Who's going to make the play for the Mustangs that we're going to be talking about in the Suburban on the way home?
I really think it's going to come down. I'm going to pick our defensive line, because what I've seen on defense is we get Mahaney flustered and he makes a play outside of the pocket. And what I mean by that, he's standing back there and we flush him outside and he's running around in the backfield, and he's athletic and he can make a play on the run. If we can contain him inside the pocket and make him stay there and sack him, that is what's going to win us this game. We're playing really good defensive football. And I'll say this, the last time Mustang football was an elite level powerhouse, going to those 3 state championship games, our defense was really good.
We were. That was the year prior to me. But, yeah, and just seeing the bodies that we had and the athletes that we have, and we have more athletes this year. Maybe we don't have a Brock Martin roaming around out there, but we have more depth at a lot of positions, and we're going to need it tonight with the extreme heat that we've seen. So let me ask you a question. Did you happen to catch any of that Owasso-Bixby game last night?
I did not, but I heard about it. I heard it kind of was going in Owasso's favor, and then they turtle shelled.
So we had softball last night. So I get home from softball, pop open. Everyone has a smart TV now. I think it's the first time I've ever executed effectively to watch YouTube on my TV. And it was 7-6 Owasso, and they were driving. A couple big plays by that Bixby defense. And the next time I checked it after we got done with some homework in my household, it was 35-7. Like, Bixby's for real. They went up to 6A1 from 6A2. And it doesn't matter to those boys. They're just going to get it. So excited and happy for those guys. As you know, Coach Rowe, former coach here, coaching there at Bixby. Happy for him. Texted him. Glad to see them doing well. But here we go. Number 17 kicking off. That's going to be Eli Skaggs. And he kicks it to the side. Braxton Moore going to wave it. We're going to fair catch it at the 28, Blake. And the Mustang offense is going to come back on. And it looks like Joseph Griswold is back on the field, so you'd have to suspect he's back under center and is okay.
So some actual 5 action. We drove by it. We drove through Coweta on our way. Cowetta's playing Carl Albert tonight, and Carl Albert, a powerhouse.
Yes, sir.
Coweta, a powerhouse in 5A this year.
Recently, yes, sir.
Yes, and Coweta's on top at halftime, 20-12 over Carl Albert, which is really big for them. Carl Albert is a powerhouse in 5A football.
We went to, if you've ever went through Coweta, you eat at Roy's Chicken. So I had to introduce, I'm from Coweta. We had to introduce these guys to Roy's Chicken as we hand it off to Ashton right up the middle. Some good pressure by that Tiger defensive line. Ashton's going to get up. Going to be a short gain, if any. They haven't spotted. Looks like about 2.5. And again, we're not huddling, just doing hand signals, but we're also not going at breakneck speed. I think a lot of that has to do with the heat, Blake.
Yeah, we're really trying to control and be at our pace, not at anyone else's pace, and that's important.
Oh, yeah, wide open up the middle. Can we get a block? Come on, Braxton.
Big play!
Touchdown, Mustangs!
That is exactly what we needed. We come out of halftime, we punch Fort Gibson in the mouth. Big-time play. Joseph Griswold comes out of the locker room, shows off the arm, and wow, that's just a huge play for the Mustangs.
Pretty cool. I got Braxton Moore's parents right in front of us, and if you can hear someone screaming, I think that's Mom. Absolutely no fault there. Super big play and a run after the catch. And what I love, I know we talked a little bit on the Suburban on the way over about the run game, and we've been really, really run heavy, but we got more athletes, and we can throw it more this year, and that's an example right there. 11-19, 2 plays into the second half. Oh,
he got it down and made it.
Will be one of the craziest extra points you see all year. High snap, bad snap. Joseph goes up, comes right immediately back down, and a good job by Nate to stop his routine.
And still be able to make that. People don't realize those kickers get in such a routine, and it's a big timing thing. And to be able to stop and pause mid-routine and continue and make a good kick is huge because, believe it or not, that 1 point, that one extra point can win or lose you games.
No doubt. And we saw that at Tusa last year. We saw a bad play. You see Braxton Moore, senior, getting super excited. I know he's worked really hard the last 2 years. Every time I talk to Coach Wagner about people that work hard doing things right, he mentions Braxton Moore. So that's good to see. Great pass by Griswold there. He saw him, and that opened up immediately. You saw Braxton put his hand up. Joseph was able to see him, and then what's important is he hit him in stride and allowed that big run after the catch. Great play there by the Mustangs. Quick strike out of the half.
That's really, really big. It really sets a tone that we come out of the locker room and we're ready to play. That's something great because you mentioned some things last year that we didn't do very well. We never played a very well third quarter. We never came out of the locker room super great. And to see that is very exciting to me as a Mustang fan.
Yeah, that was something that Brent would always key on when we come out. We did struggle. We're going to kick this one a little deeper.
A great
catch
kick.
him off guard. Can we tackle? Got to tackle. Got to keep. Yes, sir.
Great job. Number 3, that's Bo Barrett. He's a newcomer on the Mustang team. A senior, but a newcomer and doing his job. Great
Evans
job.
Also, I know you see Coach Wagner running down the field. No one has more energy and juice than Coach Wagner. You saw him doing the Conor McGregor down the sidelines. Looked like he was fired up, and the crowd's fired up, and this is going to be a super big possession. Can we go 3 and out? Are we that kind of team that can respond and go 3 and out and get the ball back to our offense?
If we can go 3 and out here and we end up getting the ball back and going and scoring again, you can feel this momentum is on our side right now, but that just gets the ball rolling and kind of really just shuts Fort Gibson down. I mean, they feel like they're behind. They feel like they're having to play, with their back against the wall.
Yeah, and then you start to make them one-dimensional. That clock ticks down, and you take away some of that running, and they're going to need some bigger chunk plays. So will they be able to respond here? Quick pass. Oh, he's down. Good job there by Assault Brother.
And that's a hard pass to cover. He does a good job of not letting that go anywhere. That's kind of like the best of the worst case scenario. Obviously, you don't want him to catch it. But you've kind of got a mismatch. You've got a slot receiver on an outside linebacker. That's a rough deal, and that's one of their best playmakers. But good job of just making a tackle.
And as you mentioned, they've been stacking their playmakers. They're going to come right back to it. Oh, there's a flag. Let's be a hold. Kind of pointing. Yep. It's going to go against the Tigers. That's a big play. Looks like the receiver was able to get his hands under the ball, but they're going backwards.
So this is a really big the opportunities we talked about that we've missed in the first half. This is another opportunity. We've got 2nd down and 16
yeah,
here.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot. They're going to go quick. 2nd and 16. Ball's on the 10. They're going to go fake the handoff. He's going to roll out. He's got some room. He's going to chunk it.
He dropped
good.
Oh, and that's not good.
Looked like Hoisington stepped on the ball. Immediately goes down to the ground. Hopefully just got tangled up, but he immediately crumpled to the ground. Holding his, can't see, too many people in the way. That was a good job. Good job there by number 36, Tyler Stovall. Called his name a few times tonight, making some plays, and he's given Mahaney all he wants back there.
Yeah, and we did a good job of keeping Mahaney from being able to just run down the field, making him to force a throw. That was a hard throw to make, hard catch to make, and as a defense, we defended it. So great job by the Mustang defense there.
Can't tell if it's an ankle or a knee. Definitely looks uncomfortable for Hoisington. I agree with the Tiger announcer. We sure hope it's nothing serious.
Yeah, he's one of our key guys. We really need him to be healthy.
It's definitely a right wheel issue, if you will. Just not sure if it's. Oh, he falls down again. Definitely, maybe it's possible it's a cramp. Guys, we'll give you an update as soon as we can, but it's going to be 3rd down. They inadvertently moved the sticks. That makes it tough, but they get it back to the 10. Kind of a snafu. It is week 1, but week 0 for everybody, Blake. So we'll have a little grace. But they did a great job of getting it back to the spot. But if you remember, it was 3rd and 16?
Yeah, I don't know that they got the sticks right. I don't think they do. It was 3rd down and 16. Now it looks more like 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, Coach Wagner hadn't hit on that yet, and it definitely discombobulated here. It says 3rd down and 20. They're not setting. Yeah. They're going to step it back, I think. They're going to get it right. Good job. This is a veteran crew. Fun fact, as we were sitting in the shade, we got here at 4:45, by the way. We got here at 4:45 to get the stream up and running. An ex-teammate of mine, an NSU golf teammate, is one of the black hats, if you will, one of the good guys. Good to see him. Hadn't seen him in a number of years. Going to roll out.
Here we go. This is big if we can get a sack.
He's throwing.
Oh, man.
Great job by the free safety, Streeter, recovering. He's a great kid. I can joke with him. Not known for his speed, Blake. Showed some speed there. Got a hand on it. Almost picked it off. Going to be 4th down and 20. And great job by the Mustangs. That's exactly what, if you're going to be a good team, that's what you do. That's what good teams do. They strike fast. They go 3 and out. They're going to get the ball back. Unless something wonky happens, we're going to get the ball back on our side of the field.
Yeah, and that's big. I will agree. AJ's not your fast guy, but I got the opportunity to play with him when he was just a sophomore, his first year ever playing football, and the kid just kind of has a know of how to play the game. That's really important when you're looking.
Yeah, don't like us getting that close to the ball, and that's a good punt. That's going to get the ball out of their end zone all the way down to the 44. But, yeah, he's just an athlete. Baseball is his number 1 sport. He's a pitcher, outfielder.
Rafe Tackett was hobbling off the field. He looks to be okay, but maybe got twisted up a little bit on that play.
Looked like he, right before half, was stretching out. And, again, you're just talking about hydration. So critical. I know we talked last year at a similar game, drinking something like 26 gallons of water in Gatorade. So you think about that. Yeah, it looks like he's just stretching out. That's a lot of hydration. And, you saw these guys in the hallway drinking water all day. They had jugs of water. And so it's been something to focus on, but if you're playing, something you probably can't always avoid.
Oh, that's what we can't have there.
We're pointing at them, but I'm not sure they were across the line. Yeah, it's going to be on us.
So the defensive line can move, and they can actually they can move at us as long as they don't come across and touch us and get across that the even neutral plane.
I believe it's called federation rules. You can't cross the line of scrimmage.
Right.
In college and NFL, you can cross. Maybe not college, but NFL, you can cross the line as long as you get back.
Yes.
Not in high school football. And they were coming at us. Saw a little reaction there by Jackson Gill. He was excited. He was fired up, ready to hit somebody. And immediately goes to 1st and 15.
So that really hurts us. We got to recover and get some yardage back on this play. Throw it away.
Just going to throw it away. Good job there. Just going to throw it in the dirt. Live to fight another day. That's a senior quarterback doing a good job there. Not only did they have our receiver bracketed, they had pressure immediately on Joseph Griswold. Going to see number 81 get some action. Davin Shondell at receiver. First action of the night for him on the near side. And drop back to pass again. We're going to go deep. Nice adjustment by Burchett. Sometimes you see that. Maybe underthrown. You see that a lot in the NFL where it's almost purposeful, Blake, where you underthrow the receiver, and he's the guy that can make the reaction to it. Great job there by one of those guys you mentioned, Jackson Burchett.
Yeah, really, really good job. We've seen some guys that we didn't see last year making catches and making plays, and that's huge for our offense.
Speaking of huge, I see Brad Hoisington up walking around. Appears to be okay. Hopefully just a hydration issue, cramping.
Yeah, I saw him drinking look like some Gatorade, so I think he may just be a little bit dehydrated, cramping up.
Oh, unfortunate. They got some pressure right up the middle because we had A.J. Streeter on a go route. You can see he put his helmet in his hands. He was 5 yards open. And I will tell you, I don't want to say anything, but their best players, we mentioned some of those guys, Branch, Waggle, Mahaney, they never come off the field, and they're hanging their hats. They look a little tired, Blake, so this is good for us.
Yeah, our energy, it's been like that all night. We came out of the locker room, we're fired up, we're ready to play football, and we're not showing our tiredness very much right now.
Be a handoff up the middle. Nice job by Ashton Wright. Going to be a first down. man, you think of Ashton Wright, maybe a smaller wide receiver, one of your quick, fast guys, but he's done his damage in the middle. So talk to me kind of maybe the difficulty he presents to a defense, being kind of a shorter guy. Can he hide behind some of those big bodies?
Yeah, he gets back there. He gets the football, and he can kind of hide and kind of sneak around and wait, and he can be patient for the middle to open up. And when he does, he's really quick, really fast.
Oh,
Braxton Moore might have another one. He's got 2 tonight.
let's go. And a little bit of fortunate, ball was just over the fingertips, and the Tiger went for the interception. And, man, big play by the Mustangs, exactly what we wanted.
And I've got to say it, and I know it's early, and it might be a bold statement. This is a different Mustang team we've seen the past 3 years, 4 years. This is a different Mustang football team. This is a different energy. This is a different defense.
Yeah,
and it's exciting. It's
I love
exciting
it.
to watch
You
this.
see, the proof is in the pudding. The coaches are the ones that have been doing this. We had spring football. We had 7v7. We had passing league. Ooh, kick's going to be no good. Hopefully that doesn't come into play. We're able to get a snap down last time. It's going to be 20-7 as we jog off with 9:31 left. But back to my point, coaches see this, and you see the confidence that they have in all these playmakers, and we really put them to use here in the second half.
It's great to see another little shout out as our student section is really great tonight. We have a large volume of students here. Like you said, made the hour and 15-minute drive on their own, and that's great to see.
Gas is not cheap, as we know.
That is not. You are very correct.
Using all of that money, maybe that get from doing the dishes.
Yeah, I got to say there was definitely some carpooling, I would suspect.
Yeah, hopefully. We did some of that when I was in high school, and those are some of the memories that I always remember. I want to quickly give a shout-out to not just my staff, but all the staff at Oologah-Talala Public Schools. We've had a great start to the year, really been all about the students and getting back to learning. Done a great job, and just really proud of them all the way, pre-K through 12th grade. We got an influx, we're at the high school. We got, with coaches, you're going to lose some coaches, gain some coaches. We got some new bodies in. Man, their attitudes, their classrooms are beautiful. They spent some time. It is awesome. The vibe in the building is awesome, and I appreciate each and one of you. All right. Burchett going to kick it off. Last time we kind of snuck it deep on them. Be anxious to see what we do here when we go back to kind of that corner coffin kick, they call it.
Job.
Going to take it all the way back at his 5. He almost stumbles to the ground. Got to get him on the ground, and we do. Inside the 20. We haven't seen that in years. We haven't had maybe the kicker. We've been doing that corner kick. They get the ball on like the 40. It is so refreshing to go. You're going to have to go 80 yards.
Yeah, that's hard to do. That's hard to string an 80-yard drive together. No penalties, no fumbles, no interceptions, and you're having to click, the whole way down. And at this point of the game, you can tell these Tigers are starting to get tired. And it seems like we're tired, but we're getting amped up. We're fueling off that energy.
Well, you're making big plays. It just keeps you pumped up a little bit if you played a sport. Big hit in the backfield. Who was that? Number 64, Bryce Byers. Sophomore Bryce Byers in the backfield immediately. Perhaps using some of his quickness. They got some big boys, but perhaps using his quickness to get by him.
I think that's what makes Bryce a unique defensive lineman. He's, a big, tall frame, but he's a lot quicker than some of those guys.
Yeah, you see us in a 3 line, but we're going to roll and tie up to kind of max that 4 line out a little bit. They're going to send someone in motion. They're going to hit him. Incomplete. Looked like he might have been heading north and south a little bit before he was supposed to, but maybe that's what disrupted the play a little bit as Langbean's going to march on the field for Tackett. And good to see sophomore Brad Hoisington. Forgot to mention he was back on the field, so definitely must have been a hydration issue. We're going to swing it backwards.
That's a backwards pass. Yeah, this is not good.
Oh,
good
nice
job, Joe.
That was one of their trick plays. And that was a backwards swinging pass. He kind of got sucked up, but recognized it just in time to jump up and get a hand on it. Or that could have been 7 for the Fort Gibson Tigers. And it's 4th down and 10. That quick, Blake. It's been a while since we've seen our defense been able to get this many 3-and-outs.
And I want to say credit to the Tiger offense, because this is a legitimate offense with legitimate playmakers that can do some damage on the scoreboard. And our defense is doing a great job of containing that.
They put a large amount of points on us last year in the scrimmage. Now, we turned it over some and helped them, but they put a large amount of points on us in a half. And I know that was concerning to the coaching staff. Nice punt there by their do-everything Cole Mahaney. He's listed as quarterback DB, but he does everything. Like you mentioned, probably carries the water to the bus. But we're going to get the ball at the 45, and that's another thing about kicking it that deep. It flips the field. If you go 3 and out, you don't allow a bunch of first downs, you're going to get good field position. And, man, that just helps. You're at the 45. You can throw it in the end. Like, you can do so much when you're not backed up. And just a great job by the defensive players and the defensive staff.
Well, so here's something crazy. We're not even 4 minutes into this quarter, and this is our third offensive possession.
Yeah, and we scored twice.
Yes.
So let's just keep it rolling, Blake. Hopefully you didn't give us the broadcaster jinx.
I don't think I did. I'm just saying we're doing a good job on defense by getting the ball back into our offense's hands.
Yeah.
We're getting back into scoring positions.
Good job by the Tigers there. You saw several red jerseys across the line of scrimmage. Pick up. Oh, they're going to kick it back. No comment. Looks going to be 2nd and 9. That's okay. Clock's our friend. Field position's our friend. Momentum's our friend. We should be feeling good about life. Handoff. Oh.
A lot of this part of the game right now is not getting complacent, but also not feeling like you have to go out and make giant plays every single play. Like, we have to just play consistent football and go drive down the field. And even if we don't score, if we continue just to flip field back and forth with them, I mean, we're up 13 points right now. We're in a really good spot.
Yeah, and one thing I thought perhaps we would do better tonight, and that's probably a testament to their defensive end and outside backers, is we have not ran the ball well to the perimeter. Thought that might be something that we could, focus on and do well, but it just hasn't been. It's been the opposite of that. So Joseph's going to drop back. He's going to throw it deep to A.J. Streeter. Got tangled up. They're going to say mutual combat, no flag. He almost made a play. You can hear our student section, our faithful, not happy as the corner wasn't turned around looking at the ball, and there were definite contact. But they're going to say mutual combat.
So we could, even if we get a good punt here, this is what I'm saying, we could still flip the field and you could have, you could have the Tigers backed up, inside their own 20, which is still good. That gives our defense a lot of room. That gives their offense a long drive ahead of them if they're going to go score. But it's important we get a good punt.
Yeah. No. That is what you don't want. Get on it, Nate. Punt it. Nice job by Nate. Let's roll.
And we get a Mustang hop on it, at least.
Honestly, that's a great job by Nate. Horrible snap over his head, 10 yards over his head. He gets it down inside his, 15, and is able to punt it for a first down. So, great job by Nate Morrow, staying cool, calm, and collected, making something out of nothing, because that could have been a disaster, huge. Instead of just a kind of a bad play, could have been a really game-changing play there.
So, obviously not where we wanted to be after that punt, but still a lofty drive ahead of the Tigers if they are going to go score.
Yeah, we talked about us being able to start in this position. This is kind of the first time they've been able to start with good field position and see if that kind of opened up the playbook a little bit. They're going to run it up the middle. Looks like Nate Morrow, 2 plays in a row on the punt and flying up from his linebacker spot to make the tackle. Say 2-yard gain. Good job by Nate there. Kind of a wonky stacked formation on the far side for Fort Gibson. They're going to throw it. They're going to try to miss the tackle, and that's the danger with their playmakers is missing tackles. It's going to be a first down, and you can see the Fort Gibson line. They're wanting to go fast right now. They're wanting to change the momentum, change something up, go fast.
And they're trying to play at their pace. We've been kind of at our pace this entire game or this entire half, and right now the Fort Gibson, just like you said, they're trying to get on their pace. They're trying to get some of their momentum rolling.
And they're going to snap the ball. Luckily, we got off the field. They were trying to snap it with us on the field. Good comeback route by their playmaker, Hunter Branch, 6'2" senior, on the outside. Just ran a comeback. Looked like he was going to run a go, stuck his foot in the ground, and came back. You can see the Tigers going fast. They're going to go trips to the near side, empty on the far side. They're going to hand off that way.
Great job by Ty Cherry. It was Brady Evans in the backfield there.
It was
Ty Cherry, wasn't
it?
it?
Yep. Ty's a good kid. You see him flash some speed. Somebody's on the ground. See a player grabbing the leg. That's going to be a cramping issue. Can't tell who that is at this point. Is that Rafe?
It looks like Rafe, but I can't see any numbers.
Again, appreciate everyone joining us here for what is in all effect week 1, but is 0 week. We're going to take a break after 3 games, which, as Blake said, I stepped on his toes. It's traditionally week 3 of the season. We're going to get a week off, perhaps a much-needed rest to game plan. It is Tackett. Looks like he's walking off on his own accord. Good job there. But we're going to week's rest to game plan and to head into district season, which is really, not that these games don't matter, but districts is where you make your hay, where it determines your season if you're going to the playoffs, Blake.
So what I will say about this is I know we play a couple, teams that are outside of our class, Collinsville and Claremore, and those are big rivalry teams, and that's why those games matter. That's more of an emotional effect. But this game actually has, effect on our playoffs because this can determine seeding of where we go if and when we do make the playoffs.
They were a 4A playoff team last year in a really tough division. He's going to pull it and run. Going to throw it to a wide open receiver. Number 23, Jace Austin, junior wide receiver, making a play there. See them going fast again. We've had a little bit of trouble with them going fast. Again, that missed extra point. It's 20-7 Mustangs. Looms large in the back of my head, Blake.
Yeah, that's what just those opportunities missed. And that's a routine play that you expect to make.
Good job there.
Oh, stripped the ball. What looked to be like a disaster missed tackle ends up in Braxton Moore recovering that football straight from his arms.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. My fault because I'm sitting down now in the booth. And that's our third huge play by senior Braxton Moore. I lost the ball. I thought it was in the backfield, and he had tucked it and swiped at the ball, and turnabout's fair play. They did it. We did it once. They did it once. Looks like we got another cramp. Looks like number 22, Jaden Tanner, hobbles off. They're giving him some attention, but it is just a cramp. So momentum play there. Point-saving play, perhaps, by the Mustangs. JoJo's going to keep it and go up the middle. He's a big, strong farm kid, but he's going to get about 6-7 yards right up the middle.
That keeps us on schedule for our second down play. Our playbook continues to open up, and like I said, this is just about being consistent quickly and put 7 on the board. Obviously, our goal is to go put 7, but if we can take some time off the clock and kind of milk this and run the football, that's what we really want.
Yeah, and with the attrition that we're seeing just by the low snap.
You're correct.
Good job there. See him dance. He's going to get it out wide. Hang on to squirts through again. Great tough run. First down, Mustangs. You see some chatter and perhaps some hitting on the edge. You see some officials talking about that. It's going to be super critical for the Mustangs to keep their head. Let the scoreboard do the talking, Blake.
Yeah, because you don't want this game end in a victory and that play not matter and what those actions were not matter, and you end up having to sit out for part of the game next week.
Correct. Again, going fast but going slow. When you no huddle, you force them to not substitute, and you don't see their. But we are not going fast. We're going to hand. Oh no, Joe's going to keep it. Good keep there. Going to spin off, fall forward again for another 6-7 yards. Great job by Joseph Griswold. If you were with us the first half, he had to come out of the game, for lack of a better term, kind of got karate chopped in the throat. Came out for a series. Good to see him back after the halftime. Again, you've seen a number of wide receivers and a number of running backs rotate through the game. Talking to Coach Wagner before the game, that was going to be key, getting those fresh guys in there, not overworking one guy. Handoff Ashton. Big hole. Lots of cuts, lots of jukes. Great job by Ashton. I don't know any time tonight I've seen him get pushed backwards. He's always falling forwards. We saw that a lot with Aiden Trimble last year. Obviously a different type of back. Great vision there by Ashton.
Yeah, he's very patient. He has great vision down the field. He sees what's going to open up almost as if, before it happens. And he's able to explode through those holes so quickly that it catches the defense off guard.
Fort Gibson getting some fresh bodies up front on the line, as you see in the Mustangs. Hopefully Russ wear them down a bit. Joseph's going to pull it. He's running for his life. Oh, throws it up. Thankfully, two Tigers run into each other. That's an interception. That's a missed opportunity.
That was an all rights in number 2's hands, and they just had, same team collision there. Helps us out.
Looks like Waggle and Brown running into each other. Unfortunate for them. Stroke of luck for the Mustangs. And that's the first time we've seen him perhaps not make the right play. Sometimes he's eating it. Sometimes he's throwing it away. That perhaps trying to do it a little too much, but he had 2 guys bearing down on him. Takes the snap. He's going to drop back again. Got plenty of time. Going to loft it up. Ball kind of bumbles around. Looks dangerous. No harm, no foul, Blake. 3rd and 10. Ball's on the plus side of the half. Clock's down to 3:30.
Yeah, we've done a good job of running the clock down. We've took about 2.5 minutes off the clock now. That's great for us just as a possession standard because we're wearing on their defense. We're wearing on those guys that play on the offense, and they're having to stay out there and play defense, and they're not getting to substitute.
Oh, stutter there by running back Nate Morrow is going to take us back. 3rd and 15. You mentioned time of possession. Obviously, we're not ESPN, but I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the time of possession has to be getting out of hand in the favor of the Mustangs tonight.
Yeah, and I also think it has to do with how fast, just inherently, that the Tigers' offense seems to be. They like to play fast. They like to catch defenses off guard, but it's us. We're, like you said, we're going fast but slow. We're keeping it no huddle, but we're going at our pace.
Griswold back to pass. Oh, one of our receivers gets tripped up. Wasn't a pass. Ooh, Griswold gonna be all about the spot.
Wow.
Oh, they're gonna say he's a yard short. I don't like that. The official looked down at the sticks and then went back a yard. I don't like that. Don't worry about the sticks. Worry about where the ball was. It's gonna be 4th and about a yard. We're going quick and we're gonna go. Big play here in the game. We're going under center.
And we're gonna
Fort Gibson's going to get a timeout. That's a big timeout for us and for them. You can see us, we don't like it, but it did appear that he got it in. Maybe the official didn't get it blown in, but it definitely did feel like the right call by the official to blow that play dead. Colin Schrader coming out of the stack, hobbled a little bit. Don't like to see that. He was my who you got player. Well, we're going to take a quick break.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Jason, let's go see your room.
Looks to be good.
Down.
And that's big, just to us, just to keep. That's just kind of that momentum. You got the defense; they're wanting to get that stop. It's a big time stop, and we punch it across the line and get a first down. Clock continues to roll. We're just at 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter, and we're closing on the end zone.
And that's a big downer, if you will, for the defense. I've been there. You've been there. You're on defense. You got a shot. Turn the ball over. Get it at the 40. You're down. You're looking at the clock. You're hot. You're tired. And, man, they just get enough for a first down. So, Ashton Wright back in the backfield. Got an H-back set. We're going to give.
Ooh.
They got some big-time pressure in the back. That's number 27. We called his number a few times tonight, and he's not on the roster, so I apologize to his family, but I don't have him. Clock's going to tick. We can take it all the way down to about 2:03 if we want. Looks like we're holding to hold up a little bit. If you've seen some new faces down there, obviously head coach Darren Wagner, this is his 3rd year. I mentioned Sam Noble coming back, Coach DeVilbus. coaching wide receivers, among other things. We brought in Sean Hines and Coach Warren as we run a little slant, little bubble screen. Going to get a couple. Great job flying up, making a tackle there by number 5, Judd Rudd, sophomore. Sure they're expecting big things out of him. He looks like a good playmaker for the Tigers. Big third down here, Blake.
Yeah, it really is. And we're behind the sticks. We're off schedule. You know, we had some unfortunate play on first down, but, you know, we're still really where we're in control of the ball game right now. We're where we want to be. Our playbook's still open.
3rd and 11. Joseph's going to drop back. Oh. Number 72. Andrew Sparks, senior offense and defensive lineman, with a big hit on Griswold. And we're going to send out the punt team, try to pin him deep. Like, I think that's the right play on what appears to be about 3rd and 16.
Yeah, so we can take this one down all the way under a minute, and I think that's probably what we'll try to do.
Something to watch. If you were with us, you remember that really high snap earlier. We've got to get that down.
Yeah, this is crucial because we have a chance to pin them, you know, deep in their own territory, but we got to have a good snap.
Blew the whistle, but I don't think it's a flag. Coach Wagner asking questions, as we all are. Maybe the deep official did, though. Was that delay a game, Blake?
No, it wasn't a delay game. I saw one man running off. It looked like maybe there was supposed to be, yeah, I think it was too many men on the field.
For the defense?
I think so, which means we should, that's what it was. I saw the back judge. He saw it, and 52 was running off to the sideline. I saw that late.
Good work by the crew to get that correct. Definitely looked like some confusion by everyone there, but got it right. We'll take it. 5 additional yards. Perhaps gives us a little more room to just kick it high and get some coverage. Good snap. Hits Nate in the hands. Nice high punt.
Great punt.
Nice high punt. It's all about the bounce. Oh.
And that's exactly what the Mustang defense wants.
Ball's going to roll inside the 4-yard line. Great job by Nate Morrow and the special teams. And a good job because our snapper had to snap it twice, and both of them hit Nate right in the hands. Way to come back, and Mustang defense is going to be in business. And we've seen the Fort Gibson offense. It's high-powered, got some playmakers, been pinned back a lot tonight.
Yeah, and as little as that punt seems, I know it may seem minute, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just one more thing that's gone right for the Mustangs. And just those things add up over and over, and it's just momentum. And I can tell you right now, the Mustang defense is feeling like they're in control and they are dominating the game.
Yeah, and you just start stacking momentum. Just plays after play. It's going to be important. 50.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Mahaney in his own end zone. Don't want a penalty here if you're Fort Gibson. He's going to do the swing pass. Throws low. Nice little juke, but he's going to be brought down. Really a short game, perhaps to the 5-yard line. Clock below 40 seconds. They'll have to snap it again before we go to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're not going to wait too long.
They're going to go quick. They had some success going quick earlier. They're just going to chunk it deep again. Oh, he runs by Joe, but Joe's able to make the play. That's that big play potential we talked about. Unfortunately, just their playmaker, number 1, Hunter Branch.
You know, Joe was actually in a pretty good spot there, but I don't know how much better Mahaney could have thrown that football.
Yeah, that was a perfect ball. It just kind of fell out of the sky into Branch's arms, and they're moving. 15 seconds left. Ball at the 45. He rears back, throws it again. A little high. Definitely should have been caught by Branch. You can see he's frustrated with himself. Going to stop the clock with 11 seconds to go. Gives everybody a chance, including us, to catch our breath.
Yeah, Coach Wagner's fired up. We're looking at something. He must see something.
See the crowd yelling D up. 2nd and 10. Quick pass. Just a swing pass. Can we rally up and make a play? We missed a tackle. Sophomore Brad Hoisington going to get him out of bounds right at midfield. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 5.3 seconds left. Something cool, Blake. Number 30, my nephew, Luke Farmer, getting some snaps tonight. Senior came out. Ball's going to hit the ground. Great job. They're going to say he was down. I'm not sure why the clock should be running here.
Yeah, our clock guy, he made that mistake earlier and stopped the clock too early. I think we do have an injured Mustang down, so I think maybe he saw that early. That was kind of going to give the Tigers an extra free play, which is going to be 4th down. But at this point in the game, I would still think it's a little early to start going for these 4th downs.
I think it's a little early, especially since it's 13. It sounds weird, but it's only a point. If it was 14, I think you're going. 13, you still got a chance to win with just 2 big plays.
Right.
You're not chasing points. You got a man down. But I was mentioning number 30, Luke Farmer, moved here. My nephew moved here spring break, lived with us. Got in Coach Wagner's leadership class, said, man, I love Coach Wagner, love his energy. Wanted to do summer pride, didn't want to play a sport, wanted to do summer pride, which you can do. And within 3 days, just being around people, he mentions Colin Schrader, AJ Streeter, he said, man, I want to play football. Never played football, and good to see him out there. Obviously a personal note, joining the Long Blue Line, going to be a graduate this year from Oologah, pretty cool.
That's just a testament to our coaching staff and, the teammates, the team morale. If, you've got a kid who goes to summer pride, not wanting to play any sport, and all of a sudden 3 days in, he's sold on playing football or playing any sport at all. I mean, that's awesome that our team can, come out and accept somebody like that and bring them in.
Yeah, like I said, just being around the coaching staff and just positive energy. And I made this point, we get I get my staff a T-shirt every year, Blake, and it always says Mustang Family, or one of our core values, Mustang Family, be your best. On the front it says Mustang Family. On the back, we did steal it from Cheers. You probably have no idea what show that is because you're like 12 years old. Cheers is one of the greatest shows of all time, and in the theme song, it's where everybody knows your name. And he told a story to me the first day home. He said, Uncle Kevin, it was really cool. Every teacher met me at the door and knew my name. And I think that's something that perhaps a school our size and being a family, we truly are a family, we take for granted. But for him, that was a big thing for him. And Coach Wagner was able to capitalize that, and now he's playing football.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome of the community we're in. So they're going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and a long 9. He's right back to throw it. Oh, there's just nobody there. Big hit there by Gavin Salt. Almost rallied up to make the play.
Kind of made him pay, a little bit. When you get a shot at the quarterback, you want to make him pay for whatever he's doing. If he's sitting back there passing, if he's running the football, I can testify to that. When you're having to take shots like that throughout the game, it wears on you.
Absolutely. He's going to rear back to pass again. Oh, missed tackle. Can't have that. Coach Wagner talked about ball goes out of bounds. Big hit, but out of bounds. Griswold had him wrapped up for a very minimal gain, and seeing some chunk plays for the Fort Gibson Tigers and perhaps some momentum back on their sidelines. And again, still looms in the back of my mind that missed extra point. It is 20-7, and we've dominated the game. Coach Wagner going to take a timeout. He's going to ask everyone to come in. Going to get some water for the fellas.
I think this is just going to kind of be like everybody. We're going to talk about this and just kind of get calmed down. We're in control of this game. We've got to act like we're in control of this game. You've got a lot of young players on the field right now, a lot of young sophomores, and even some juniors that haven't seen a lot of playing time. And he's got to get them rallied up of, hey, guys, we're in the right spot. We've been playing good defense all night. Let's settle in, and let's go get a stop and give their offense back the ball.
Absolutely. We've done a good job of getting stops. So can this kind of, just like you said, just settle everyone's emotions down. Let's get back to doing what we do best. Get some pressure on him, but not just vacate the middle and let him just run unabated up the middle.
Yeah, it's really hard. You're playing man coverage, and they send all those guys out, and everybody's doing that. Obviously, everybody did a great job in coverage. No man's open downfield. The problem is the quarterback's your free player. No one's there to cover him if he's, going to run up the middle just like that.
I want to mention someone, Braden Langbein, playing both sides of the ball for the first time. He's been a stalwart on the offensive line, but he's getting some action on the defensive line this year just as an extra body, and he's doing a good job. Oh, nice job. Great job on the coverage and a big-time hit on the quarterback, and Mahaney's slow to get up. I'm trying to see who that was. Was that Ty Cherry?
I think it was Ty Cherry, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. I love to see that of our defense. I love just hitting the quarterback right when he lets it go, and he thinks about that. He's going to think about that the next time he rolls out. He's going to think about that the next time he drops back.
Absolutely. 2nd and 10, 11:27 here in the 4th quarter at Fort Gibson. Mahaney's going to rear back, just let it go. They're going to say incomplete.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. I know I'm a Mustang fan, but it looked like it skipped across the turf.
And they're a big telltale of their coaching staff is not even talking about it. So it definitely was an incomplete ball. We got another guy down. Looks like Colin Schrader was stretching out, and he shouldn't have to run off. He was down on the ground. They should let him off. Big time third down, 3rd and 10. Got to make a play. Got to get off the field. They're going to do a bubble screen.
We've got to rally the football.
Yes,
Great
sir.
job. Bryce Byers came across the field. A defensive lineman, you normally don't see those guys tackling wide receivers.
And that's just some fanatical effort, like you said, on a screen pass to see one of your down linemen rallying and making the play. Long 4th and Van getting in it. He's going to rear back to throw it.
Got a lot
all
of time.
kinds of time. Looked like there was.
Oh, no.
AJ, you didn't have to do it. You didn't have. The ball was uncatchable.
It was pretty high. Man.
Just got there early, and the ball was uncatchable, and that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, and he's going to come out and talk to Coach Wagner on that one. And the problem with that, now they're going to get a fresh set of downs, and it's going to be, I think, inside the 10. So it's going to be a 1st down and goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, that should be 10-yard penalty. So they're stepping it off. Going to get it down to about the 11 and a half.
You know, those are the type of plays that we can't have as the season goes on. We've got to clean those up.
Yeah, we were getting the ball back. That ball was uncatchable. We were getting the ball back. 10:45 left, 4th quarter, all the momentum, and here they are. First down and 10 from the 11.
Look here on our side of the field. You got Brad Hoisington one-on-one.
You're going to hand it off up the middle. He spins. Whole host of Mustangs going to bring him to the ground, including Tyler Stovall. Clock is our friend. Under 10:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. They got the ball inside the 10, 2nd and 7. They're going to throw it. Bryce Byers forces him out. We're going to miss some tackles, and he's going to go in. We missed about 5 tackles there, and Mahaney's one of their playmakers, and they're going to strike up the band. It's going to be 20-13 and a big-time extra point coming here for the Tigers.
So you can feel it. Momentum has shifted. It's happened. You know, kind of the inevitable of that's what we really didn't want to happen is to get back into that, 1-score game. And they're fired up. Everyone on their stands are fired up, and we're kind of feeling sorry for ourselves a little bit.
They get it up and good, and that brings it to within 6. And we've been here before. It's going to be a big-time drive for our young team. Can we get our heads together? Remember all that momentum we had right when we came out of the half? We scored quickly. And again, that was just penalty aided, an untimely penalty there. Extends it on 4th down.
So as a senior quarterback in Joe, this is a time when you got to look at your guys and say, here we go. We're going to march down the field, and we're going to go make some plays, and we're going to put it in the end zone. It's our time to shine. And he can lead these guys to go do that. And it's a big opportunity for him to step up as a leader in this offense and let his guys know that they can trust him.
Yeah. And I like what I've seen. You talk about momentum. Momentum's going to do what it does. But our guys haven't really changed. The attitude hasn't changed. When they scored, when we make a penalty, when we scored, we haven't hung our heads. We haven't gotten too high. I think that bodes well for us right now. And this is just our 3rd kickoff return of the game. Be interesting to see. They kicked it deep last game. Davis made a couple people miss. What will they do this time?
I really think we need to be ready for an onside kick right here. Just because
the momentum.
Yeah, the momentum. They went for it on 4th down here really early. And, they get that, and all of a sudden we're playing from behind. Even though we're ahead on the scoreboard,
then we feel like we are behind. You're correct.
Yeah, and you start making mental mistakes. You start making silly mistakes that you can't really help. So I think it's really important to be ready for something like that, but also be ready for a normal kickoff, and, we'll just get our possession.
Yeah, I'm sure coaching staff went through all that. I'm sure the 5 guys that are up on the line have been told, you wait to see that ball kicked before you do anything. Eli Skaggs going to kick it away for the Tigers. He kicks it up the middle. He's going to bounce in front of Ashton. He's going to take it. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to hit it hard.
Here we go. He could take it.
Let's go.
He's got one guy to beat.
He's going to get caught. He's going to break it down.
And that right there sets us up for a huge success.
I don't understand kicking it to one of our big-time playmakers.
That's our guy. That is our workhorse, man. And he did a great job of being, like I said, he was even patient on a kickoff. He saw the opening, and when he did, he let everything he had into that run.
And honestly, like you said, if it wasn't for one of their elite playmakers, Cade Waggle, he was gone.
Yes, absolutely.
And I want to mention, so this is a little family battle in my house, Blake. So my wife is a twin. Her twin brother is the superintendent of Fort Gibson. So know them, obviously. Okay. His son's a 9th grader. My son's a 9th grader. Neither one of them's playing tonight. That's not a thing. But I know Mr. Pemberton there. He's the high school principal. He is a great person and a great principal. His father was my principal when I worked at Muskogee. Just a great man. He's actually a state senator. Knowing Ben like I do, called him up and said, hey, how would you like a little friendly wager? So losing principal of this game has to wear the other team's polo on Monday. And
I like it.
I don't think I look very good in red. So I'm sure hoping he's going to wear a little navy and Vegas gold come Monday. I know I brought it. It's in the car. And we're going to meet it. We're going to meet at midfield after the game, and I hope I'm handing him a jersey.
Yeah, I really think it's a good possibility. I like our energy. I like how we're playing. Ashton Wright, really, he did a good job of stepping up as a leader, and he's not waiting around for someone else to make a play. He took advantage of the opportunity he was given, and like we have it, we've got it on the 16-yard line.
And just our ability to make those plays right after they've made a big play is something we haven't seen perhaps in recent years, and just love it. And the confidence you see in our coaching staff, I mentioned, like bring Brad Hoisington in earlier at quarterback, immediate pass up the middle, big gain. And we need to go put points on the board. If we can go put points on the board here, I feel really good about it. 10:04 left in the fourth quarter. We're up 6 here at Fort Gibson. Going to give a give. He's going to get out wide. Can't get to the edge, and we haven't been able to get to the edge all night, Blake.
Yeah, it's really odd because I kind of thought going in that Ashton Wright, being as quick and fast as he is, that he would be a perimeter edge runner. But it really seems like he thrives on the up the middle, make one cut and get north and south. It seems like that's where he wants to live, is inside the tackles.
Yeah, it's been a development. Perhaps that's something our coaching staff saw out of them, and perhaps kind of like make them think what we're going to do. But it's been nice to see. It's going to be 2nd and 9. JoJo's going to keep it. He's going to stick his foot in the ground. Is he going to score? He's going to score, almost untouched. Again, up the middle, and I think that's a big testament. You start talking about Eaton in the middle, Colin Schrader in the middle, Bryce Byers. They're doing a great job. Langbean doing a great job. You got some veterans that have switched positions, and man, does my heart some good, Blake. Strike up the band.
Yeah, I love seeing. I'm having a ton of fun watching the Mustangs. I mean, already early season, but this is just a different team than we've seen in recent years. The energy, the attitude, even the effort. I mean, these guys are flying around on a hot August night, and they're coming out and responding. Ashton Wright takes that one 60, 70 yards down, and Joe's going to take another 16 into the end zone.
All right, big time. We're going to go for 2.
We're going to try to regain the point
we're up
we lost.
12. Being up 13 versus 12, not a big deal. Oh, get rid of it, Joe. Again, we've seen that a few times. That low snap kind of broke up the timing. Perhaps didn't feel the pressure off the backside.
We're going to get a flag.
I think that had to be language. Looked like Coach Noble grabbed Griswold.
He threw down the ball. He's frustrated.
That's what it is. Threw down the ball.
Some emotion, and it's hard to control that. But you've got to handle that yourself.
And again, you can't fault the kid. You want to talk about emotion? Perhaps check out social media and some adults. We don't do it very well either, so definitely don't fault him. He's out there, literally, dare I say, fighting his guts out in the first half when he got hit in the throat. We saw some of his dinner. But proud of the Mustangs. Nice answer back. We're up 12. 9:20 left in the fourth quarter. Kind of been a long game. Blake, you got any updates? I know you mentioned that big game in 5A with Coweta.
We can look here on Scortle. We'll look at Class 5A. So I've got now Coweta. It says fourth quarter, 10 minutes left, and Coweta still on top, 23-14 over Carl Albert. A big-time win, or big-time lead right now for Coweta. And then someone in Fort Gibson's district, someone that we've played in past years in the playoffs, Poto at Bishop Kelly. They are beating Bishop Kelly in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes left, 24-0. Poto, always a powerhouse, it seems like, in 4A football, always has a great defense, a lot of energy they play with.
Yeah, yes, sir. They're definitely going to be someone that's expected to get deep in the playoffs in 4A. That's a tough road trip for anybody. So if they come out on top of their district, that's going to be tough for someone perhaps in our district, as we've seen in recent years. But, man, they're loaded again. Got a Hall of Fame coach. He just got inducted this year in Greg Warner. Just a great man. Spent a lot of time at Poto. He spent a year at Hilldale. Went to Arkansas and then came back. I got to visit with him a little bit. Talked about coming back to his area, 4A Oklahoma football.
So someone in our district, Dewey's at Miami, and Miami is winning 14-0 over Dewey just at the start of the fourth quarter.
And you can see immediately good kick and a good coverage, honestly, what that 15-yard penalty did for us. Fort Gibson's going to get the ball, looks like about the 44-yard line. So good field position, 9:15. Blake, we need a 3-and-out. I think we just need a 3-and-out, be done with it.
A 3-and-out really feels here like we're, nailing the coffin shut.
Yeah, never anything can happen. But, man, and we've had a number of 3-and-outs, I think at least 3 tonight. I'm hoping for a 4. We're asking for another play. We're switching sides. You see Gavin Salt switching sides with Brad Hoisington. They're going to chunk it deep again, and we're going to vacate out. Jaden Tanner going to force him out, as will Ty Cherry. And you see that speed by Cherry to kind of come up out of nowhere and force him out of bounds. And he's hit him a few times, and I'll be honest, didn't look like Mahaney wanted that again. He gets out of bounds wisely, but it also stops the clock. 9:08 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Going to be 2nd and 4.
Not a terrible thing on first down. I mean, obviously that was in their favor, but 2nd and 4, it's manageable for us as a defense.
Going to drop back to pass. Quick pass out wide. Can we rally and tackle? Missed tackle there. Another one. That's their – thank you, Bryce Byers. You want to talk about a number of missed tackles, and you get one of your down linemen 20 yards downfield making the play. That's good hustle. Unfortunate there.
I really believe that that's true highlight reel stuff. That's stuff that you see a lineman rushing the quarterback. He sees the ball come out, and he runs all the way 20 yards downfield and goes and makes a tackle. That's just effort. All that plays is effort.
Absolutely. Coach is going to eat that up. Another pass by Mahaney. He's just going to chunk it. Ooh, nice job by Griswold. He just threw it up for grabs, kind of without looking, kind of a no-look situation. We're going to pick the ball off. That's going to be a turnover by our quarterback, who also gets out there in the secondary. Great job. He's going to need a Gatorade on the way home. Big-time play there, Blake.
That's awesome. You see him making plays on offense, see him making plays on defense. He's having a really good game. It's great to see someone like that, stepping up as a senior. And it's crazy. It seems like we're having, 4, 5, 6 guys emerge as playmakers. We're not having this one, Braxton Moore's having a great game. Ashton Wright's having a great game. Brad Hosen has had a great game on defense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's been good. And it's been a benefit today when it's, probably over 100 on the field. We're going to run it up the middle. Going to push the pile forward, going to run the clock. We're going to get about 4 or 5 yards. And I kind of noticed they've really been playing downhill on defense. I don't want to say like a run blitz, but it kind of gives that appearance. And if you can hit that gash, you can get a big play, because they feel like 8:31, below 8:30 now, they need the ball back.
Yes, they do. And what's a great opportunity for us with a 90-plus yard to the end zone drive ahead of us is we can milk a lot of time off this clock by just dinking and dunking 4 or 5 yards down the field.
Play clock got down to 12 there. We're going to run it. We're going to get out wide there for once. Ashton Wright. Oh, we're going to get a flag. I think they're going to get us on the edge. Late flag.
Kind of one of those unneeded penalties. He's already made it past that block.
Looks like they're going to get number 88, Dylan Murphy, perhaps, for some type of illegal activity out on the edge. You hear the traditional "you can't do that" chant out of the student section. I think every student section in America has that one in their repertoire. That's unfortunate. We had a 2nd and 6, had a first down, and now we're going to be backed up inside. Looks like we're going to be inside the 6-yard line. Going to be 2nd and about 9. Still manageable. We're going to rear back to pass. Oh, he's going to throw it up, and that's going to get picked off. You kind of saw that coming, unfortunately. Safety came over the top. Braxton had beat his guy, but the safety kind of baited him into it, and give the ball that much air gives them a chance. Hopefully for us, it'll just kind of act as a long punt. But 7:56, we're going to flip it right back. You know, we caught an interception. We threw an interception. Turnabout's fair play. Burned a little clock, but not what the Mustangs needed.
No, not what our goal was to set out. And if nothing else, it's just kind of hurt your confidence a little bit, you know, throwing the football. You never like to turn the ball over.
Yeah, those plays up the seam are hard to give a lot of air when the free safety's lurking. You know, you can get away with that on the edges a little bit longer to get there. And they got stacked left, low snap. They've been throwing a number of bubble-type screens. We do a great job there covering it up. Number 20, Brady Evans, just sits down and doesn't get swerved, if you will. Great job. Another name we call on tonight. And then we talked about it on the road trip down in the Suburban, just the number of playmakers we have. It's been good, and we're going to need another play, 2nd and 11.
I like the aggressiveness we're playing with, too. We're not only just a lot of effort, but we're being aggressive with the football.
Nice job. I mentioned earlier, out of necessity and just out of effort, playing some defensive line for us this year and doing a great job. Not known for that. Hadn't done it, to my knowledge. Only been a tackle on the offensive line. Quickly 3rd and 11, 7:21. Big-time play here for the Mustang defense. Great to hear the band out, and notice the number of cheerleaders. We might lead the league in cheerleaders. Great job by Mrs. Fisher. Oh, bad snap. Let's get on it. Did we get on it? Did Brady Evans get on it? Yes, sir.
He did. Mustang football. Brady Evans coming in. That's another young guy that we've got having new playing time. And we haven't seen this in recent years. We haven't seen all these new and young faces coming in and immediately starting to have an impact on the game.
Definitely looked like some confusion there in the backfield between Mahaney and the running back. They ran into each other. Not sure if it was a bad snap on top of it, but definitely multiple things went wrong. Mustang ball, 7:15 left in the 4th quarter, and we need to milk some clock. We need to run the ball.
Yeah, we just need to take care of the ball.
Got multiple guys in motion, looked a little discombobulated. We're waving guys off the field. Wide receiver Coach DeVille was getting our extra man off the field. We got him off. We're going to hand it. We're going to go wide. Great job there by one of their linemen, number 55, John Lewis, senior fullback, a linebacker. That's a big man playing fullback and linebacker, and he can move.
Yes, he is. He's done a great job of scraping off the edge and not letting those outside plays where we can kind of beat him with some speed, not letting that happen.
Would like to see us let the clock get down to 5-6 seconds. I know it's hard when you don't huddle.
The play clock's actually not even running right now. I'm not sure what that's about.
They just run it, so we could step away here and milk a nut. We don't quite notice it. We're going to run up the middle. Ashton Wright going to put his hand down. Great effort there. Going to get within a yard. Going to be 3rd and 1. What you were saying is that for some reason the play clock was not running. We could have actually stepped away and milked another 40 seconds off. But we'll take the gash play. We can get a first down here.
You know what I like most about that play is you saw Ashton get up and he almost looked frustrated. He gets a 9-yard gain and he's frustrated. That's great to see out of young players. If they want more, they want to go be the number 1 playmaker.
I think he felt like if he could have made that last guy miss, he was taking it to the house, took it personally. 6 minutes left, 3rd and 1. Big play for the Mustangs. Joe's going to keep it, going to get the first down. Big hit again. Great job just securing the football. Number 55, John Lewis for the Tigers, bringing the lumber. Great first down by that offensive line, too. Bryce Byers, Colin Schrader, Eaton, Langbein. Who else we got? Number 55, Jackson Gill. Just great job, 4th quarter, playing downhill, getting us a first down. You see us slowing down the balls. We're getting the play in. We're going up with about 12 seconds. Love to see that. Milk that clock.
Yeah, the coaching staff's kind of helping us out. When you're a player, you're out there, you really want to, you snap the ball. You want to play football. And so it's helpful for the coach staff to slow down the play call. Don't get it into your guys quite as quick.
He's going to be frustrated there. Got ankled again by 55, John Lewis.
His tackle count will be high.
Yeah, great job by that young man. That probably saves a good 10, 15 yards because Ashton had room to run. 2nd and 6. Scoreboard says 7, maybe a long 6. Clock's under 5 minutes, Blake. Continue to milk the clock.
We're doing a great job of it. We've almost got about 3 minutes now off of it. Doing a really good job just slowly and methodically moving the football safely down the field.
And again, if we win, if we lose, it won't matter. If we win, I'm anxious to see the amount of time of possession. It seems like it's been large for the Mustangs.
Which is a stat that doesn't look flashy, but is very important.
Yeah, you look at good football teams at the end of the year, they possess the ball more than they don't. You look at a factor in a game, of course, everyone's going to think of turnovers. Time of possession when it's 100 degrees on the field is big. It's hard to take, Colin Schrader's a big man, and he's worked really hard. I know he's went to some camps this summer. I know he's at TU camp because I was there. It's hard to take Colin Schrader firing off in your face, play after play. What are we doing?
I'm not sure if there was a timeout called that was taken back.
Inadvertent timeout?
I'm not sure.
Clock is not running.
The clock stopped, so it should be sometime. We should get the clock rolling here.
We want the clock rolling here.
And by all means, we should have it rolling.
4:31. It's happened a few times. It's week 0 for the scorekeeper, too. We're going to hand it off. He's going to try to get wide. Hold on to the ball. Great job there, not going wide and perhaps getting pushed out of bounds. Just sticking your foot in and getting what you can get. Again, a whole host of Tigers, but who gets up off the pile? Number 55, John Lewis. He's probably got 6 tackles on this drive alone, Blake.
Yeah, he's done a great. He's just seems like he's just sideline to sideline. He's one of those guys that it makes a lot of plays for that defense, kind of just the anchor to the center of that defense.
.355 running. Play clock's at 10. 2nd and 10. And they're selling out this other run. They got all of their guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. This is a chance. They're bringing everybody. If you can hit it. Again, I don't want to wear you out, but who's on top of Ashton Wright? Number 55, John Lewis. But falling forward. Great job by the line, kind of doing the mush push, if you will.
Timeout called by Fort Gibson. They're going to go ahead and stop the clock. They know they need the ball back. This is kind of for them, this is a huge 3rd down. They've got to get a stop here. They've got to force a 4th down, and they've got to get a stop. Because if not, you're running into you don't have enough time just legitimately to go down and score. So in saying that, it is also obviously a big 3rd down, for us as the Mustangs. 3rd down and 6, and really, we could get 4 or 5 yards here and be okay with a 4th down. Probably even go for it.
Yeah, 3:32. You're right. We probably would go for it.
Just to keep the football in our hands and keep milking the clock down.
They will call another timeout, almost certain.
Yes, after this play.
We get a 1st down here with the timeout. I think they've used 2 timeouts.
Yes.
I don't want to say game over, but makes life really difficult.
Yes, it does.
All right, Mustangs come out. We're going to go 4 wide, 2 on each side, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Ashton Wright, almost made him jump there. Still got 20 seconds left. Going to hand it off to Wright. Going to get hit. He spins, falls forward again. He has a knack for that.
And there's your timeout.
Timeout, but it's going to be 4th and about 1.5 yards, Blake. We had that on the goal line earlier and actually lost yardage and turned it over. Going to be a ball game type play here. Can we muster it up? Can we call the right play? Can we execute and put a good Fort Gibson team away?
Yeah, and here's another question, dude. I don't know what Burchett's kicking range is. For later on in the season, if we're in something like this, you go put 3 more on the board, it makes it even harder for them to overcome that lead.
You are correct, and I know I was at school late on a Friday, and he asked me to let him in to get his cleats because he wanted to kick. And that was 22 days ago because I looked up in the locker room. You would know this. There's a clock that runs down days, hours, minutes before your first game, and it was 22 days, and he was going out on a 105-degree day to get some kicks in. So I know he's got a good leg. I know they feel comfortable in him. In this situation, I just don't know. I don't know.
We're going to do
That's why I'm
something
not the
that looks
head
probably
coach.
like a wildcat situation. Joe's split out wide as a wide receiver.
We've done this before. It's resulted in Ashton Wright keepers. We're going to go 2 wide to the far side. Got extra linemen in. Rafe Tackett's in as an H-back. Joe's going to go in motion. We're going to keep, and they're going to be all over it. Is he going to be fast enough to make a play? Joseph's going to try to block.
He's going to might get it.
Ooh,
It's
they
gonna
go
be
low.
close.
Get up. It is all about the measurement. It is literally right on the sticks. That's just great job, great speed, great athleticism, great effort by a man that's been out there. A young man that's been out there almost every play of the game on both sides of the ball. And it's one of those deals where we're pointing one way, Fort Gibson's pointing another way.
By that spot, it's going to be we're going to turn the football over.
Yeah,
on
they're
that
going to
spot.
say we're short. It doesn't even get – we had to get to the 25. They're going to say the ball is shy of the 25. And, again, looked like a good spot. One of the most inexact things in any sport is the spot of the football.
Yes, it really is. And such a hard job by the officials. It's
Oh, yeah.
happening so fast, and you've got to, just make a judgment call that.
316. And a fun fact by show engineer Rick Fisher. Did you know Rick Fisher used to officiate football games?
I did not. I
There you
had
go.
no knowledge of that.
Spitting all kinds of knowledge. Looks like we almost had him contained. He's going to roll out. Not a big play. Mahaney's on the keeper. He's going to get 6 or 7.
We've just got to keep it from, a big bomb down the field and some weird momentum shift.
Yeah, we need him. We just need that clock to run. We need to keep him in bounds. We're okay with him running, honestly. Just need to keep it in bounds. He's going to rear back to pass. He's just going to chunk it. Okay, that's going to stop the clock momentarily while they reset. You see them going quick, getting the ball to the official.
As soon as the sticks are reset, the clock should continue to run.
Yep, you'll see the white hat. He rolls it, so the clock's going now. 3:03 remaining. Need some pressure on Mahaney here. Get some pressure. Incompletion forced. Good job there by some Mustangs. Warren Pierce got some pressure there. Looked like Luke Farmer with some pressure as well. Right up the middle, and as a quarterback, you don't like that.
No, you don't like that. Like you said, it makes you take your eyes off of downfield and look at the pressure, or you're going to have to eat something right in the ribs.
And he's a tough kid. He's hung in there tonight. Never comes off the field. He even plays special teams.
Testimony to him,
Quick
he's
pass.
also a really good wrestler.
You would know. One of their bread and butter plays, kind of a middle bubble screen. That's going to be a first down. They're going to move the sticks. 2:45 remaining. Mustangs up 12. You don't want to give up a score here. You don't want to give up a wonky. Then you're forcing a wonky onside kick. Nobody likes that. Let's get a big play. Let's get a sack strip right here, Blake.
Yeah, we really got to do a better job of getting some pressure on Mahaney. We haven't done a great job on that.
Going to throw back across his
There,
body.
That's an interception. Good job by AJ. Going down. That's a smart play. No timeouts left. 2:25 on the clock.
I want to point out 2 things. One, we forced him to his left. As a righty, you don't have as much momentum. Great job by the D-line there. Some of our backups getting across the line. But you said that in the first half. I mentioned throwing back across the middle of his body, making a big play in the first half. And you said, let's keep an eye out on that. And that should wrap up the game, Blake. Good job there.
Yep. I mean, nothing goes too crazy. The Mustangs comfortable lead, and 2:25 left on the play clock, and
they're
it's looking good.
Out of timeouts. So at 3 snaps, you can go 2 minutes if you milk every second. So you can't quite do every second. So if you run some plays and hold on to the ball and all.
One first down.
It's definitely over. But if you can run, each play takes 6 or 7 seconds.
Here we go. This might be just what we need.
Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. He tries to shut
Great
it down,
job.
and he does.
He shuts it down, and
that's their first down.
Unselfish play there by Ashton Wright. Could have maybe tried to make a move. Goes down for his team, and that should wrap it up tonight.
Play clock is 26 seconds. Game clock is going to be 2:05. We can make it below 2. And this is a great feeling for the offensive line. when you're just milking clock, running the game out. Been working hard since spring ball. It's been so hot for everybody in the state of Oklahoma during the first practices. Great job by the coaching staff to take lots of breaks and really take care of our kids.
Ashton Wright, 2 hands on the football. You see him squeezing it into his chest.
We'll give Ashton a break here. Nate Morrow's going to enter the game. Play clock's going to be at 30. Game clock at 1:30, Blake.
And I know maybe he didn't have any touchdowns tonight, but Ashton Wright put this team on his back, was a workhorse in the trenches.
He had a TD in our first TD. Our first score was Ashton.
It was. I'm sorry. You're right.
We might be a little dehydrated too by now. Hear the cowbells. Hear the Mustang family cheering them on. Right at a minute to go in the game. Going to hand off to Nate. 2 hands on the ball. Love to see that.
And a great job by Nate. Good run.
Almost a first down type run. 48 seconds to go.
We'll probably
third down. You can just knee it under 40 seconds, and that's ball game. And I think that's what you're going to see. You're seeing the coach. You're seeing the offensive line calling for the victory formation, and everybody's figured it out. If we just kneel on the ball, game's over.
This is such a fun and exciting time.
Great job by the coaching staff. Great job by the players in executing. Victory formation, nothing better. Like, that's going to do it. 26-14 Mustangs. Hit me with some final impressions of the game.
I think that our defense looks the best it's been in 4 years. I think that our offense looks great. I think that the amount of energy and aggressiveness we play is amazing right now. This Mustang football team, if they continue on the path and get better from where they're at tonight, as this is ground zero, I think that this right here is going to be a very exciting and dangerous football team when it comes to playoff time.
I agree. How many young men did we mention tonight make huge big-time plays? Obviously, you had a couple big plays by Braxton Moore down the field for touchdowns, a couple nice throws. You saw a bunch of young people. You saw the offensive line, particularly the interior of the offense and defensive line, dominate the game really tonight. And we come out of here with a victory over a good 4A team, playoff team last year. They're expecting to be a playoff team again. We beat them 26-14 at their place with mistakes. It wasn't a perfect game. It wasn't clean. So we got things we can clean up. I'm seeing some smiling faces in the crowd. I'm hearing the fight song. Nothing better. They're getting ready to strike it up, as we always do. You get the Mustangs. And you see Coach Wagner sprinting over. He wants to get in on this. I know he's been jacked up. Started the morning with morning pep, and we're going to end it, Blake, with evening pep and the fight song. And we're going to take it away with that. We appreciate everyone joining us. We'll be back next week at our kind of cross-highway rivals, if you will, down-south rivals, Collinsville Cardinals. Appreciate everyone.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay. Just go to the site.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about. and care for. The folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How was it? Is it good?
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously, and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, Women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.